Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving deep into a truly pivotal, yet often overlooked moment in history. We all know the big names, the D-Days, the Pearl Harbors, but what if I told you there was a battle, a secret struggle, that fundamentally reshaped the outcome of World War II before many even knew it was happening? A conflict fought not with tanks or planes, but with minds, machines, and the relentless pursuit of information. This isn't just about heroes on the front lines. It's about the unsung champions who waged a war in the shadows, whose victory quite literally changed the course of human history. Imagine, if you will, the early days of World War II. The Allied forces were facing an enemy whose communications seemed impenetrable. German U-boats were sinking merchant ships at an alarming rate, threatening to cut off Britain's vital supply lines and starve the island nation into submission. Every convoy sailing across the Atlantic was a potential target, and the Allies were essentially fighting blind, unable to predict where the next attack would come from. The situation was desperate, truly dire. If this continued, the war could very well have been lost before it ever really began. Enter a group of brilliant minds working in absolute secrecy in places like Bletchley Park in the UK. Their mission? To break the seemingly unbreakable Enigma code. This wasn't a simple cipher. Enigma was an electromechanical rotor machine used by the German military to encrypt their messages. It was incredibly complex, with billions of possible settings changing daily. The idea of cracking it seemed almost impossible, a Herculean task. But the stakes couldn't have been higher. The fate of the free world rested on their ability to decipher these encrypted communications. The story of how they approached this challenge is one of incredible ingenuity and perseverance. It involved collecting captured Enigma machines, developing groundbreaking mathematical and logical techniques, and even building some of the world's first computing machines, like the bombe. These early computers weren't sleek laptops. They were massive, clunky devices that whirred and clanked, designed for one purpose: to rapidly test possible Enigma settings. It was a race against time, a constant intellectual battle, where every day brought new frustrations and small triumphs. The individuals involved were just as fascinating as the technology. Think of Alan Turing, a brilliant mathematician whose theoretical work laid the foundation for modern computing, but who also played a crucial hands-on role in cracking Enigma. There were linguists, chess masters, classicists, and engineers, all working together, often under immense pressure and in complete isolation from the outside world. They were ordinary people thrust into extraordinary circumstances, making monumental contributions without ever receiving public recognition during their lifetimes due to the extreme secrecy surrounding their work. And the impact? When they finally broke through, the effect was immediate and profound. Suddenly, the Allies could read German military communications, often before the German commanders themselves had fully processed the information. This intelligence, dubbed Ultra, was a game-changer. It allowed Allied convoys to reroute around U-boat wolf packs, saving countless lives and vital supplies. It gave commanders an unparalleled advantage on battlefields across Europe and North Africa, letting them anticipate enemy movements and plan counterattacks with deadly precision. Think about the Battle of the Atlantic. Once Ultra was established, Allied ship losses plummeted dramatically. This wasn't just about winning a few naval skirmishes. It was about ensuring Britain could continue fighting, that supplies could reach the front lines, and that the groundwork for major invasions like D-Day could even be laid. Without Ultra, the U-boats might have succeeded in strangling Britain, making any large-scale Allied offensive practically impossible. The intelligence gathered through Enigma decryption also played a crucial role in planning the D-Day landings. Knowing the precise locations of German divisions, their strengths, and their expected reactions allowed the Allies to execute one of the most complex military operations in history with a much higher chance of success. It was the ultimate invisible weapon, tipping the scales decisively in favor of the Allies without a single shot being fired by those who wielded it. What's truly remarkable is how long this secret was kept. For decades after the war, the world had no idea about the incredible achievements at Bletchley Park. The secrecy was so profound that many of the individuals involved carried their stories to their graves, never receiving the credit they so richly deserved. It wasn't until the 1970s that the full extent of their work began to emerge, finally revealing the true heroes behind this unseen battle. The legacy of Enigma and Ultra extends far beyond World War II. The methods, the early computing concepts, and the collaborative problem-solving strategies developed at places like Bletchley Park laid the groundwork for modern cryptography, computer science, and intelligence gathering as we know it today. It stands as a testament to human intellect, perseverance, and the power of collective genius in the face of seemingly insurmountable odds. It shows us that battles aren't always won with brute force, but often with the quiet dedication of brilliant minds working behind the scenes. So, the next time you reflect on World War II, remember this untold battle. Remember the cryptanalysts, the engineers, the mathematicians, the unsung heroes who waged a different kind of war, a war of wits, codes, and machines, ultimately shaping the world we live in today. Their incredible efforts truly changed World War II forever, proving that sometimes the most decisive victories are won in the quietest rooms. Thank you so much for watching and joining me on this journey into history. If you found this story as fascinating as I do, please hit that like button, share this video with a friend, and don't forget to subscribe for more deep dives into the incredible moments that shaped our world. Your support means the world to us. See you in the next one.